Hi, I'm Rishi.
And I'm Jake.
We created an Android app called IlliniTutor. It focuses on bringing together people who want to be tutored and people who are willing to tutor by allowing them to specify subject, time, and location of the tutoring session. There's definitely a lot of demand on campus for help, which inspired us to create this app. This is an original project that you can find published on GitHub under either Jake's repositories as well as mine. So on the main page, the Find a Tutor button redirects you to a page where you can either create a new request for tutoring or search from pre-existing tutoring requests. So creating a new request allows you to enter information about the subject you want to be tutored on, the time, location, whether or not you'd be willing to be tutored with other people, as well as your contact information. As you can see here, Jake's going to type in some information to demo what a tutoring request would look like. So you have it submitted, you go to the list, and at the top you can see our newly submitted request, as well as other ones we've previously made. So by entering your contact information, you can talk to the tutor outside of the app. And if you go back, searching pre-existing tutoring things will just take you straight to the list of current tutoring requests. And one goal for the future, if we continue to work on this, would definitely be allowing communication between the two parties within the app, not only to facilitate the process, but to protect user privacy. So then we have the I'm a Tutor button, which takes tutors directly to the list of current tutoring requests, and allows them to search through those requests and select subjects or classes they feel comfortable teaching, as well as times when they're free. And then they can then proceed to connect with the student. Finally, on the main page, we have the info button, which is pretty self-explanatory. It takes you to the info screen.java, which offers a general description of the app, as well as instructions using the app, which would help facilitate the process for first-time users.
And now to jump into the code, we have 6 Java classes. Main activity is our front page and contains our 3 buttons as well as their actions. Now, depending on who the user is, they'll click the appropriate button. If it's a student, they would click the button, which is Find a Tutor, and they would go to the student request class. Now, within this student request Java class, as shown before, you either create a new request or an existing one. If you were to create a new one, you go to request form, and this is where users create a new session and it's uploaded to our database. Our database is run through the software library SQLite. We have functions like add data, view all, and delete data to interact with our database through our helper class. Our database helper was where we initially created our table and use the library methods to manipulate our table with the given data. So we do this by either inserting, deleting, or getting the data. This database helper is where we encounter the most issues, and we overcame it by looking at the documentation and using proper debugging techniques like using print statements. And so after a person completes their request, or if they just wanted to join an existing one, they would go to the request list screen where we have a list of all our tutoring requests. Now, to create the list, we had our get data calls to put our data into JSON objects and arrays. And then we use inflators to put all of our data into the layout XML file. And this is where we are able to see all of the requests. And then lastly, we have our info screen Java class where it kind of just gives you like the general info about the app and what drove us to create it. And then finally, you want to commit your files, and then you get and push.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.